I became as a photographer actually on set, and I instantly fell in love with filmmaking, and I decided that I should go and study to become a cinematographer because it's just a bit more interesting than being a photographer for me, to work with a moving image. So I went to Prague to study at FAMU. It's a film school there. And then after Prague, I went to England and studied for another 2 years there in Leeds, in the Northern Film School. And that's where it all started. I created some nice showreel, well, nice for a student. And straight away from school, I started offering myself as a cinematographer. Doing still images is one thing, but working on moving image is something different. And also I fell in love with the fact that you work with a team. Some people prefer to work on their own and it's better for them, while I found it way more interesting for me to co-create something with other people and to do something more complicated, more complex than a still image. I'm not at all trying to make it sound that photography is less important or less interesting. It's just for me moving image and film is a bit more complex thing and more possibilities to tell the story. I don't think I have a specific style, so to speak. I usually draw my inspiration from the story itself. I always try to read what in the director's mind and bring their vision to screen rather than enforcing my own vision. So I, of course, use other people's work as references and get inspiration from there and from painting a lot, actually. Probably mainly from paintings rather than from films. And then I try to help the director to envision what he or she has in their head. That's my approach usually. The challenges, probably time is the main challenge, and probably it's not just my opinion, but many other cinematographers mention that we sometimes hardly had time to get the lights out of the van. Everything moves so quickly with the digital era coming to us. The whole processes are very, very quick nowadays, and so filmmaking is, I think, suffering a little bit from it, especially when you don't work with millions and millions. That would probably be my main challenge, that the time for creative work is reduced for crews, in both in big budget projects and small budget projects, same thing.